Hey guys, little bitty pest, big problem. Today we're talking ghost ants. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Craig here again, howtopest.com. It is that time of the year. It's spooky Halloween, so we're going to talk something spooky. We're going to talk ghost ants. And if they invade that kitchen, believe me, it's going to be spooky. What is a ghost ant, and why does it get that name? A ghost ant is a very tiny, tiny little ant. I'm talking 1.3 to 1.5 millimeters. That's how small these things are. So sometimes they're even hard to find. So you usually won't spot that scout ant. By the time you spot it, you have an infestation, and now they're eating all the food in that kitchen. Ghost ants get that name because they have a very dark head and a dark thorax, but the abdomen and the legs, they're almost see-through. And that's where they get that name, ghost ant. What is a ghost ant? Why are they attracted to your kitchen? Well, let's get into that. They're attracted, like most other ants, for the food substances. We're talking the sugary treats. We're talking the protein-based style foods, your greases, your meats. So if you have that stuff laying around, they're going to find it. The first thing you can do in any ant control program is to stop them from getting into the house. What I mean by that is you need to seal entry points. You need to seal loose seals around windows, doors. You need to seal up cracks that lead under the foundation and possibly into the house, water lines that come into the house, electrical lines, anything that's giving them an entry into your house. You want to make sure that you seal that up. Another way that people don't think about getting those things, if you have trees and the branches touch your roof line, you can get them that way. It's a highway from the tree and the branch and then onto your roof and finding that way into the house. Now, what do you do if you get those ants in your house? And I'm talking ghost ants and a lot of the other ants out there. Listen to me clearly on this one. Bait, bait, bait. Bait is your best friend in an ant control situation or when you're trying to control ants. Sprays, yes, you can kill them with the sprays, but the baits are allowing them to take it back and kill the workers, the queen, and the whole colony. So use baits, let them take effect, and they'll be your best friend. Now, what baits do you use? When you're going after ghost ants, they go after sugary treats, but they have a preference towards protein baits. I don't know why I want to say propane. I think I want to barbecue. Protein baits and greasy substances like around those stoves. So what are you going to do? You're going, well, I don't know if they're going after the sugary. I don't know if they're going after the protein or the greases. Well, we're going to give you an easy solution for that later in this video. But some of my favorite products I like are OptiGuard Flex Ant Gel Bait. Max Force is another fantastic gel bait. Advanced 375A, that is a granular protein-based bait, fantastic for those protein ants. And then you got Advion Ant Gel, another top contender out there. And then we have the Advion bait stations. So if you don't want to put anything out and you want it contained in a little bait station thing, they go in, they eat it, they go out, they're real easy to apply. You don't have to worry about people getting into them. Then that's a great option for you. But everything I just mentioned works fantastic. So let's talk about not guessing though. If you don't want to guess, then at howtopest.com, we have come up with the ultimate ant kit. And that's what I'm holding in my hand here. It's two of the products that I just talked about. You have the Advion Ant Gel right here, and you have the Advance 375A. These are great baits. This is your protein. This is your sugary. So how these work, we've showed you these in other videos. I'm going to put that Advance down. The Advion comes in what's called, this is called a clamshell. That's just what they name this. When you open this up and you remove the stuff out of the way, you're going to find it has 4 syringes. They look like so. I have this gnat that does not want to get out of my face. Okay. What you do is you take the plunger, you put it in just like you're giving yourself a shot, and you put little dots of this around. We have gel placement cards that we send in the kit when you buy to show you how to do it. The gist is it's about the size of that cap on there. And to apply this, you twist the cap off, you apply the little end right there, it just twist tights on, and then you go to town how you're placing this. Now people go, I don't want to put this on my counter. Okay, that's fine. What you're going to do is you're going to cut little cardboard strips, and you're going to put this on those cardboard strips. So then when you're done with it, you're just going to take that cardboard strip and you're going to throw it in the trash. Can you put this directly on the counter? Yes, you can. But if it's where you do your food prepping and stuff like that, you want to keep it away from that area and then wipe it up when you're done. Now, when I say away, it's usually against the backsplash. That's where they're guiding through and then trailing out to whatever they're going after, whether it be the stove, the greases on the stove, or it be food on the countertops. So the gel is against the wall. Let's just keep it as simple as that, or on the cardboard strips. So that's how simple gel is. Now, the actual granular bait from Advanced 375A, it's going to look like sand. It comes in a bottle just like this, because this is the bottle. And when you open it, it has a pour side. And if I flip it over and snap this shut, it has like a sprinkle side, like salt and pepper. Okay, so when you get this kit, I'm not showing you these, it comes with little trays, bait trays, and they're divided into two sections. You don't want to guess. Remember I told you that? You don't know if they're going after sugary. You don't know if they're going after protein. You're going to put this in one side of the tray. You're going to put the Advion in the other side of the tray. You give them a choice. Whichever one they go after is what they're seeking at that time of the year. Put them out. Let them go to town. Now, this is where people freak out. I want to put that down. When people put the gel out, they kind of freak out. It's clear, and the ants go to it. One goes, then the rest follow. It starts to look like my famous line that I've used in all my ant gel bait videos, a party at the lake. These ants are going to conjugate. That clear gel is going to turn black with those ants, and it's just going to look like just a cluster of these little ants. You've got to leave them alone. You've got to let them eat. And within a day or two, you're most likely not going to see any ants. They're going to take this back. They're going to share it. They're going to regurgitate it. They're going to feed the young. They're going to feed the queen, and you're going to wipe out the colony. Give it a total of a week, but it usually, my experience, is a lot faster than that. But you got to put out enough bait for them. Don't just put a little dot here and there. Make sure you cover your bases all around. Now, that being said, on any of these baits you use, and this applies to sprays too, especially non-repellent sprays. But let me get back off of that and get back onto the gel baits. You cannot contaminate your bait. So if you put bleach on the counter, you put Lysol on the counter, that's going to bite you in the butt. And they're not going to be attracted to that bait because you just poisoned their food. You just poisoned their steak dinner. Whatever you want to call it, their hamburger. They're not going to go for it just like you wouldn't go for it if somebody poisoned your food. So make sure you're aware that those counters are clear, and that cardboard strip will especially help out in those situations. But again, if you put that bleach out, you're going to deter them, spread them, and they're not going to want to go to that area. So just make sure it's clean, soap and water, and then go ahead and put down those two baits. The OptiGuard gel bait that I talked about is a fantastic bait. The bait stations, the little houses by Advion, those are great baits. You can find these all on howtopest.com. So get whatever you're comfortable with. But those of you out there that have those ghost ants, and you know, like I said, because they have a translucent body, an abdomen and legs. The thorax and the head is going to be dark. That's a ghost ant, and they're really tiny. So look for that. Like I said, it's hard to see one, but when they start invading the house, you're going to see more than that. Now, another way you can bring these into the house is you've sealed up everything, but you brought in a potted plant. You can bring these in from the outside in those potted plants, and now they just make their way through the house looking for that food to eat. That's about it with those ghost ants, guys. They can invade that food. Make sure you put it in airtight containers, your grains, your candies, your sticky-like stuff, your sugars, especially if you had a problem in the past. You don't want to go tossing out all that food. Food is expensive. You want to lock that airtight and keep them out, and then get yourself that ultimate ant kit from howtopest.com, or grab the other ones I talked about on the website. Hopefully this helped you guys out, guys. It's Halloween time. It's scary. It's ghostly. It's those ghost ants. If you have any questions, throw them in the comment section. We love the likes. We appreciate you guys subscribing and sharing the video. Hey guys, what do you give a smelly ant? Deodorant. That's as good as I get, as funny as they get. Now go out there and get yourselves that diabetic coma and get that Halloween candy. Have a great day, guys.